I can see very easily where, especially solo entrepreneurs, people who are coaches and healers and real estate agents and all of these fields, chiropractors, all of these fields where you are doing what you love and then having to put yourself out there in the world and ask for money for it. And that sometimes can feel scary. It can feel, because people are judging you for the modality, they're judging you about the money, right? But I had this really fun way that I started off teaching classes about how to get clients from Twitter. And I started teaching some tactics to an EFT practitioner. Are you guys familiar with the modality of EFT? That's the tapping, right, where they do the tapping. And when I met Anne, she was doing tapping workshops for love offerings, meaning she couldn't even ask for money. She just said, hey, donate whatever you feel is appropriate. And so I taught her how to go find people who had money, how to go find people who wanted to do the tapping and pay her well for it. And she got to stay at home with her cats and do this thing on Twitter. Like she loves doing Twitter. And within about a year, we got her to a place where she made $35,000 in a single month from the connections and the people that she met from Twitter. So like, how does it get any better than that, right? So that's my first tool for you, is the question of the universe, how does it get any better than this? And if Anne hadn't had me in her workshop and say, you know what, I'd really like to make money online, I'd really like to figure out how to do this, how does it get any better than going to churches and asking for love offerings? She would have been able to find the thing that led her to another reality, right? So how does it get any better than this? Ask that when things are shitty. Ask that thing when things are great. Because your brain is meant to, this works on a neurological level, right? Your brain is looking for possibilities and it's looking to make things fit. But if we ask it questions that it doesn't have the answer to, then the universe can meet us sort of halfway with that, right? So over the course of the years, I've helped many more people create money in their business. And the next phase, this newest one that I'm in, is really understanding the energy of things like social media and how hard it is for a lot of us who it might seem that we're extroverted or we feel like we have to be extroverted. How many of you kind of feel more introverted? You'd really rather stay at home or, yeah. And sometimes people say to me, well, you're really good at being on stage. You should be extroverted, right? I'm not. When it comes to being on Facebook and sharing about what I've done in my life, I still feel the same judgment that all the rest of you do. Like, my mom will call me and be mad at me about what I posted, or some friend will unfriend me. So I totally get where you're coming from with that. So over the years, I've developed a lot of other tools, and this has led me to the work of Access Consciousness, which is what I'm going to teach at the yoga conference, where there's a modality called Access Bars that is 32 points on your head that correspond to things like money, like sex, like aging. And when you touch those, it's like you reboot your hard drive. So all the points of view that you have about money just kind of disappear. And so I started using this modality in my own work to exponentialize my own income, because I really wanted to, for me, after I had the macular degeneration, I divorced the husband that I was with because he said to me, I don't really want to have children with you. I don't really want to be married to you anymore. And I was left partially blind. And at that stage in my life where it's time to have kids and it's time to have a family. And through doing my own internal work and talking with a lot of different healers, I created some magical things in my life that allowed me to really step into more of my power. And when learning how to ask questions of the universe, how does it get any better than this? And what else is possible? I was able to create things beyond what I'd ever imagined, right? So with that, I gave you the tool, how does it get any better? Can you remember that one? And then can you ask what else is possible? Right, so these are simple things that you might forget that you can start using, but asking these questions will allow you to see possibilities that show up differently than you expect. And when it comes to money, how many of us have a point of view that you kind of have to work hard for money, right? You feel like the 70-hour week is required, or maybe you're feeling like it if you're doing massages. The only way I can make more money is if I do more sessions. And then that feels like, you know, I just can't physically do any more sessions, right? So by asking what else is possible, what if we said, what if you could just charge 3 times as much for a massage? And then you immediately have a judgment, right? You think, well, nobody would pay that. And what if there were people who paid that? What if the universe would help you find those people? But you had to be open to completely looking in a different place. Now, when Anne moved from doing EFT sessions in a church for love offerings to charging money on Twitter, or to doing it from the people she met on Twitter, she changed her market to business owners. And business owners who had a lot of anxiety about building their business would happily pay $6,000 for a year, which is only $500 a month, which is really 2 hour-long sessions at $250. So the math of it in this reality sort of started to make sense, but she had to come into a vibrational alignment with being somebody who could ask for that, with being somebody who deserved. That's another piece we get a lot of with money. Do I deserve it? Right? And what if you did? What if there was, whoever gave you the idea that you didn't deserve it was just trying to control you in some way? And what if there was another possibility that money is just energy, and you can choose however much of it you want to play with and however much of it you want to experience? So I want to give us a taste of that today, having you be fully connected to your power and your connection to your oneness with energy. So I'm going to guide you through a little sort of meditation, visualization exercise, and then we're going to go straight into the healing portion of things. So before I begin that, does anybody have any particular questions? We've got a small group. I'm happy to answer anything in particular if you've got a question, or if you didn't get a card, let's make sure that those get passed around. If you didn't sign the clipboard, let's do that. Any questions for me about what's coming up for you? I gave you some tools, and I'm going to give you this visualization. There. Yeah.
So what you say is like the first place to start.
Believing that money, everything, just play with the idea. I want you to prove me wrong that money is just energy. Okay? And so one of the tools that I use when I was like, yeah, money's just energy, but how do I pay my electric bill? Right? So I would play with, if everything is energy and money is just energy, how many places am I going around making it wrong? It's also, I played with the idea of money being a lover, and I wouldn't treat a lover like I treat money. Thinking it's bad, thinking it's wrong, thinking it's dirty, being so upset it's never showing up at the right time in the right place, right? So I had to change my relationship with it. And so one of the funnest things, luckily because I work at home, I started asking everything that is energy and has its own consciousness, which is everything, can I have the money now, please? And by me removing my judgments about that everything was energy and going, well, how can that bowl help me make money? Oh, but the bowl, if I listen to the sounds of it and I'm in a relaxed state and I come out of that meditation and then I have 4 great ideas for who to go call and what money to make, did that bowl contribute to my money making? Yeah. So how many things, and even my mentor talked to me about the ketchup bottle we buy at the store. Most of us mindlessly buy ketchup. What if we asked, hey money, hey ketchup, will you make me money this month? And what if that ketchup's the best tasting ketchup you've ever had in your whole life, and because it's the best tasting ketchup you've ever had, you get an idea to go, you finally feel like you can raise your rates or whatever. Okay, so can you ask everything for money? And then the next tool is destroy and uncreate all those points of view. Just question them. Like, really? It can help me make money? Who taught me that? Oh, that's my mother. And we're not here to blame mommies and daddies, definitely not any of that, right? But they got that idea from their mother and their father and their ancestors. And is that even truly real? So can you play with that one? Yeah. Let me know how that goes.
Yeah.
Any other quick question?
You said there were two questions. The first one is, how does it get any better? And the second,
What else is possible? What else is possible? And you don't ask it with a conclusion. You just ask to see, what else is possible here? Because what you're looking for, that orgasmic joy in life, is about the energy, that titillating energy of real excitement. Second chakra is about creativity. You want to create a reality that nobody else has seen. You want to be a realtor, you said, right? You want to do realty in your own way, right? Not in the way that the other brokers and the other agents have done it, where they're slaving on home shows and, you know, showing buyers houses they don't want to buy. What if you could have a reality where you knew exactly what house to sell what person, and those people just came together miraculously? Why can't you ask for that? And stop listening to all the other people who tell you you can't. Yes, ma'am.
You talked about the 32 you said points. Mm-hmm. So can you just say a little more about that?
And did you get this so you can take it home and look at it? So take one of these. And then did you need one of those in the back? Yeah. One of each. Thank you. And if you're listening online, just contact Sherry and I'll get you these things electronically and you can have them. So the 32 points on the head, they're like acupressure points. They're just touch activated. You can learn how to do it in just a day. But when you touch them, you don't even have to know all the thoughts that you're having, but those thoughts and feelings sort of go away. So I've been practicing this modality for about 5 years now. It's tremendously helpful in marital relationships. When you get cranky with your spouse and you're like, can I help you get your bars run tonight? And then you kind of just, all the points of view about why you were mad at somebody just disappear. We use it with our kids who have been diagnosed by the medical society as ADHD and OCD, and we use it to help them calm their brains and really tap into, because I don't believe that's a wrongness, I believe it's something that's a magical capacity that people just don't know how to handle. Yeah.
I read an article, the father of ADHD created the term and created all the biology created 5 years before he died. Yeah. And it said that it was all made up. There is no ADHD. He said that the pharmaceutical company, they wrote up the whole pathology. He had nothing to do with it.
So I do need to move us into the meditation part, and thank you so much for listening to me. I do completely work off of the energy of the people in the room. So if there's something that sparked your interest and you want to hear more, make sure you get a card from me or contact Sherry later, and she can reach out to me. But a Prophet's Alchemist for me is somebody who's going to help you take the things that are in this world, like I have to do marketing and I have to do sales, and find a way that you can really make that part of your spiritual journey, part of your transformational journey. The Tools of Access Bars is a really cool way that I use to facilitate that with our clients. So I'd love to come play with you if that sounds fun for you. Otherwise, if you guys will lay down.
I'm also an Access Bars practitioner, so I don't think
Yeah, you can get your bars from sharing it.
right. So I love it and I wait for it. So I incorporate it in my healing practice. So if you're currently doing any kind of hands-on, when you're going to the raising position, just go there. Your hands are there anyways. She's just teaching you how to position your hands on the head, and you literally decompress their head. They just forget. It's like you place the whole brain. They forget where they are. As she says, it's like empty out the hard drive. And people, when they put the hand on the head, they feel so comforted and so warm and so nurtured. Just to have their head held like a mommy holds a baby, and they just kind of get softer and softer.
Yeah. Okay, so what you're going to experience.
I would highly recommend it if you want to get trained to go for it. Like you said, one day you can become a practitioner. Level 1.
We have level 1 is a 1-day class, and it's 8 hours, and it's a whole lot of fun. There's practitioners other than me who do it, but you know, it's all about energy. So if you like me and how I teach and how fun we are, we're going to talk a lot about sex, and we're going to talk a lot about money, stuff like that. So let's, oops, things falling back. You guys will lie yourselves down, and you'll get the lights here. Find yourself comfortable. Now, one of the things I'll tell you as you guys are getting settled, one thing that shifted so much in my reality, especially because I created such dis-ease in my body with the vascular, is because really I created it from like lack of nutrients, lack of allowing myself to be nourished, right? And part of this striving to create money and to be this career-driven woman. And when I got honest with myself, I, at the soul level, didn't really care about money. But what I learned was, what if your body is the one who wants the money? And your body is the one who wants to have the luxury vacations, have the beautiful clothes to wear, and have the wonderful massages and whatnot. And if you can be more in communion with your body, your sensuality, the things that bring you joy, right? And the things that help you create, if you could use your body to help you create what you want in life, that money might come even faster. So we're going to play with that a little bit too. So if you'll just find yourself comfortable, take a couple of deep breaths for me. So take a deep breath in. You can close your eyes if that feels cool. Yeah. And I want you, you can put your hands on your belly if you want, or you can lay them out to your side. But I want you to start with just say, hey body. Hey body, how are you tonight? I love you. Thank you, sweet body, for being with me. Thank you, sweet body, for dealing with me all these years. I am so very, very grateful for you, body. I'm so sorry for all the judgment I've hurled on you all these years. I'm going to try to be nicer to you from now on. Let's see how much fun we can have being nicer to one another, okay? Yeah, hey body, hey body. Hey, sweet body. And now I want you to expand your energy, whether you know how to do that or not, out of your body and into this room. I want you to fill the room with your energy. And then I want you to take your energy and expand it out into the city that we're in. Just imagine yourself connected with all the people in the city. And let that energy also go into the core of the earth, up into the heavens, and to the left and to the right of you, above and below you. And then I want you to let your energy expand out into the entire state of Florida. Feeling more connected to everyone and everything. Sending your energy above you, below you, to the left and to the right of you. Just expanding out. And then we're going to expand our energy to the whole country. Just connected with everyone, living, everything that has consciousness, just expanding out. And then we're going to let our energy expand to the entire planet. And know, if you're thinking about this and you don't know how to do this, know that your energy already does it. So just kind of laugh, say, no worries. And then expand your energy out to all the universe. Connecting with everyone and everything, all the lifetimes, all the people, the places, and the adventures. And notice the sensations in your body as you feel more connected with everyone and everything. I'm going to keep you in this expanded state as you go through the healing, but I want you to think about that if everything is energy and money is just energy, in this expanded state, everything is possible. All the healing, all the money, all the clients, all the crazy possible combinations of your magic. There's somebody out there in the world waiting for you. There's somebody who would be so joyfully happy to pay you money to play with you and your energy. Anything that doesn't allow you to believe that, we can destroy and create. And as we move into the next section, just allow whatever judgments you have and conclusions you have about it being possible for you to make more money, just let those float away. And stay connected into this space of oneness. Oneness and wonder. I wonder what it would be like to create more money than I ever imagined possible. I wonder what it would be like to have more fun creating money than I ever thought possible. I wonder how much fun me and my body can have creating money in this reality with total ease. I wonder. I wonder. Now, if there's anywhere in your body that you came today with some pain, I'd like you to just turn your attention to that place in your body. I want you to thank the pain for being noisy, letting you know that it needs some attention. And like a sweet puppy dog, you can say, okay, I got it. You don't have to be so loud anymore. No, I want you to find the one molecule that's the noisiest for you. Wherever that pain is, the one molecule that's the noisiest. And I want you to just touch it and turn it 180 degrees. And then turn it another 180 degrees. And turn it another 180 degrees. And keep spinning the molecule until you feel a place where there's no more resistance, no more tension in that molecule. Then if you still notice the tension, you can find another molecule and ask it to turn. Turn the molecule. Turn the molecule. Turn the molecule. And you can keep turning the molecules of anywhere that there's disease, tension, stress in your body. And maybe later we can play with you doing it with your bank accounts. It's just energy. It's just stuck energy. Allowing those molecules to spin and move as they need to be total ease, totally connected to everyone and everything and all possibilities. That really happy, orgasmic, joyful, excited, vibrant energy. This connected space is where oftentimes I take clients and ask them if their business had something to tell them, what would it be? If your business was not you and had consciousness of its own, just like you talked to your body and you said, hey, molecules, let's turn, let's change. What if it was possible to talk to your business that way? Where would it like to go find new people to play with? Where would it like to go find money? How much fun would it like to have? If you don't have a business of your own, if you're in a company, then ask the company's intelligence. Hey, what do we need to know here to have an outcome that's better than we ever even imagined? And how you know you're on the right path is that feeling of that orgasmic, yummy, excited energy. And if you've forgotten what that feels like, you can go play with that some other time. But you might make a note with that, hey, I would like a little bit more of that in my life. Because that's your body talking to you saying, hey, we'd like to have a little bit more fun here. While you're in this expanded state, we can also talk to those clients that are going to come and work with us. And find them in that connected state. One of my favorite questions to ask them is, what do you need to hear from me today to know that I can help you and we can have fun together, working together? With each new sound you're picking up on, take that as a sign that there's one more person, one more place, and one more opportunity, and one more dollar that wants to come play with you. That in this place of connectedness where you can't tell the sounds apart from one another, there's a place where you have access in the real world to find these clients, to find this money, to find these opportunities. And the rain that you're hearing, let's imagine that to be trickles of energy that's coming from you in this expanded space down onto all of the people, the places, the events, and the adventures that you're going to have in this reality. And you're going to start to see people at Starbucks, and see people at soccer games, and see people in the grocery store. And you're going to just be connected to them. Your body's going to light up. person? Is this person know a client for me? Is this person going to present an opportunity to me for me to step into something that's bigger than I ever thought possible? Allow that trickles of energy from the space of connectedness, the space of oneness, the space of possibility to rain down in all of the areas of your life that need a little bit of that magic and a little bit of that joy and a little bit of that possibility energy. Maybe it's your body that needs some more attention. Your body needs some more touch. Your body needs some more care. And everywhere you go into, how much money that's going to cost. What if that was an opportunity for you to create more in your life so that your body can have these wonderful experiences? What if together you guys could work as a team in a way that's sort of effortless? And everywhere your mind wants to take over, let it go. Remember, you're in this connected state of oneness. Is it your mind? Is it you?
Slowly coming back into your body. Take a breath before your fingers and toes. Connecting your ankles to your knees, to your root chakra. Wide open. Your solar plexus and your sacral. Everything's wide open. First, second, third chakra. To your heart. Filling this room with your heart energy. To your throat. To your third eye. Up to your crown. Just completely back in balance, back in your body. Feeling refreshed. Take time for yourself. You put yourself first. Honor that. Thank yourself. As you're slowly coming back. Slowly, nice and relaxed. Whenever you're ready, you may slowly sit up and lay in a fetal position. Lay there as long as you like. Get grounded back in your body.